Hey, I am not a strong black woman. Are you? No stereotypes are good. None of them. There is no good stereotype. Even the ones that seem like compliments. I'm not a strong black woman, and let me tell you a little bit about what I mean. I was at the dentist. I was getting a long procedure done. It was going to take over an hour, and it was kind of complex and complicated. And I remember the dentist telling me going into it, he's like, I'm gonna ask you to open your mouth as wide as you can and hold it like that for as long as you can. And I remember thinking like, oh, are you kidding me? Really? Okay, I'm gonna try. I told him I'm gonna try and do it for you. He's like, great. So we start going 5 minutes into it, and it's like, I can't do this anymore, you know. I start to twitch, and he notices, and he's like, hang in there. A couple minutes later, my mouth starts to slack, and he's like, hold it tight, open wide, come on. And it's like, all right. 10-15 minutes later, it just comes to a point where it's unbearable, and I feel my mouth going slack, and I close it over the tool, and it's just, I just can't do it any longer. So he turns to the assistant, and he's like, all right, go ahead and grab the rubber bite splint, I think it was called. And I'm thinking in my head, what's a rubber bite block? And they get it out, and they put this thing, and they wedge it between my teeth, and it props open my jaw, and it opens my mouth as wide as it can, so I can relax my muscles, and I can rely on this little piece of rubber to hold it open. And as he does that, he tells me, he's like, you are so strong. Like, you're the best patient I ever had. You held out longer than anyone I've ever knew. I knew I could trust you with it. I knew I could ask you to do it, and you could do it. You'd make me proud. And it was just like, are you kidding me right now? You had a little piece that would have helped me immensely, and you didn't use it. And you didn't tell me about it until I was unbearably uncomfortable and had to close my mouth around your tool. Like, are you being serious with me right now? I didn't say any of this, of course not. My mouth is just open, and I'm thinking all this in my head. And I just remember his words echoing in my head. You're a strong black woman. And it's like, no, give me that bite block. I need it. Put it in my mouth right now. What's next? You're gonna say I'm strong, I don't need anesthetics? Like, where do you draw the line? Here's another example. My mom was talking to this lady in the park who looked really sad. And the lady had gone through a really hard time the last couple of weeks. And she was telling my mom about it, and my mom was, sympathizing with her, and she gave her a hug at the end of it. Like, I'm so sorry. She said that you went through that. That's really tough. I'm so sorry that happened to you. And I guess my mom started to open up a bit too, trying to share a familiar story, a familiar kind of struggle with the lady. And the lady nodded her head and just kind of interjected in there. She said, well, you're a strong black woman. And she just gave her hand a little tap like that, and she was sincere in it. She didn't mean anything by it, but at the same time my mom was kind of like, how does that work? Like, I just shared a story with you similar to the one that you shared, and instead of having the reaction I had, you kind of dismissed it and said, well, you're a strong black person, so it ain't no thing. And it's kind of like, how? Why? What do you mean? It's like thanks, but no thanks. There comes a point where there's an unrealistic expectation to endure or soldier through something. And here's a situation that doesn't involve race. Imagine two college students. Okay, one student is telling his friend, dude, I haven't slept in 36 hours. I have this exam today. I just ate at that, burrito place. I'm feeling maybe that was food poisoning. I don't know. What am I gonna do? Like. And then the other friend, the second friend, saying to the friend, you know what? You're a smart individual. And the first friend kind of has a moment there where it's just like, I'm in real trouble here. Like, your words have no effect on me. It's like, thanks for saying I'm smart. I guess you're trying to be helpful, but it's not helpful at all. It's not at all. You're dismissing my problems. I'm in real trouble here. And I feel like that phrase, strong black woman, does that a lot to the people it applies to. Kind of dismisses their pain and gives a reason or a way to promote needless suffering or needless pain. Why? Because you're a strong black woman. And so I don't like that. I don't like when it's attributed to me. I think we need to put that phrase on its head and just kind of open people's minds about what it means when we say certain things. If I'm a strong black woman, then it's none of your business. You know, I want to be known as an individual, and I want to be, looked at as based on my merit and what I've shown you and what I've done. And I don't want you to make these assumptions on me and put these kind of burdens on me just based on the stereotype, the positive stereotype that you have in your head. It's not appreciated. It's not a good look, basically. So that's why I say I'm not a strong black woman. You know, I am who I am.